South Harris Ferry Port, somewhere around there. Now which way do I go now? Which way's which? Alright, so that's Tarbert. Scarista, 5.8 miles. I'm going to carry on along this road. That other road will just take me back to the campsite way too soon. Way too early. I'm going to continue going round South Harris. If I had gone back, I'd have missed all this. Is that the sun doing that over there, that yellow, or is that sand? I'd heard something about these white sandy beaches here. Is this it? I believe it is. Look at the colour, and the water is, and the water's sandy as well. This is Atlantic Ocean wind. A larger sandy beach coming up. What I need is a little coffee hut, a little cafe thing, you know, sort of plonk nearby, so I can warm my fingers up, because I've got my summer gloves on, and no thermals, no lining in my jacket or trousers. But I'm just muscling my way through the cold. Well, it's only cold. It's only cold, Kevin. That looks rough. That looks very rough. No, I don't fancy a wee dip. yeah, the perfect day for a jog. Anyone for a dip? My word. You wouldn't last 5 minutes in there. This area of the sea is called the Sound of Taransi. It sounds wild and unforgiving to me. Well, you wouldn't have me riding a bicycle in this. Single file, eh? Single file. Yeah, blue sea. Phenomenal. These are miles and miles of sand. My initial impression of Harris, it's something else. It's Scotland on another level. This is the real deal. It looks like the land here has been reclaimed from the sea. They built this huge stone dam right the way across. And a small amount of water allowed in. That's assuming you can still see it, because you know, there's the drizzle, and what it's doing to the camera, I don't know. I shall stop and have another wipe at some point. Yeah, sheep. Ah, little lambs. Is that the creche? Why have I been born into this? Yeah, it's so cold. It's currently 9:30, and I'd really like to get to the campsite and set up the tent, but I won't know if I'm too early until I actually get there. I've heard the owner, Grieg, is very laid back, according to the Google reviews. nice bit of road here. Get a good turn of speed within the limit, of course. You know. What a fabulous place to ride a motorcycle. Ooh, and I'll duck down behind the screen for a bit. I believe I've just missed my turning. Yes. Oh, I don't really want to pull out in this road. I'll have to. Don't have any choice. Here we go. Better just give the camera another wipe. 2.5 miles to the campsite, or so it says. Well, that would be good, wouldn't it? Looks like we're going to have a nice bit of windy blacktop to take us there. Yeah, looking at the sat nav, it is a bit windy. Well, got to be so careful. I've been past this. I recognise that. Yeah, so I'm on the track that I was on earlier to get to the campsite, which will be down here in 2 miles. And how the weather has changed. It was, when I came along here earlier, it was nice and calm. Oh look, an Expedition Land Rover. Very nice. Yeah, an old Defender fitted out for Expedition. That's a very nice spec. A roof tent. So many different ways to travel and explore. just round these last couple of bends. Here we go, on the left. Why am I signalling? There's no one around. A drift-in shop. Okay, well, look. From what I can tell, you park up here. Park up here. All right. Yeah. All right. Oh. I've never ever stayed on a campsite like this. You have to carry all your stuff down some quite steep slopes in a wheelbarrow to the camping pitch. I'm all set up here at Rivendell, not very far from Middle Earth. Just going to take you on a little tour around this incredible place. That's the cottage where the owner lives, and the site consists of these little areas dotted about where you can pitch your tent or stay in a little wigwam or even a bothy. In here we have the laundry room, a toilet, a shower room, and a place to sit and relax and wait your turn. Yet more tent pitches, and this entire site was once a potato farm. However, the pièce de résistance for me is this incredible Blackhouse, which is now the campsite's communal area. There is no reason at all why you couldn't live in here. This is a perfectly acceptable house. The joiner who built this roof came here all the way from Norway and constructed it using age-old techniques. A night on this site, including hot water, power to charge your devices, and the use of all these facilities, will set you back the grand sum of £15. Oh, I've landed on my feet again. It's getting a bit of a habit, this, isn't it? For £15. This room here, this communal room, I could very easily live in here without a moment's hesitation. There's everything. You've got fire, you've got 2 fires, bathroom, kitchen, hot water, cold water, gorgeous lounge. I mean, you could sit in here and enjoy fine wines and even finer company. How's this for an outside carsy? A stone sink, solid wood thingamabob, and yeah, I'm sat on here. Fortunately, it's mirrored glass. But yeah, so you can sit here with a spectacular view. I've never sat on a carsy in a place like this. It's quite incredible. A very good morning. That is quite easily the most unique campsite I've ever been to. Incredible. If you're ever on Harris and you're camping, or even they have space for camper vans as well, you owe yourself a visit to Lickisto Blackhouse Camping on the south of Harris. I even had a cuckoo in the tree above me this morning, singing away. I never realised, but the cuckoo sounds completely different up close. I think the sound is designed to travel quite a way, but up close it's quite abrasive. It's more like a but from a distance it sounds, you know, you learn something new every day. And speaking of today, it promises to be a good few hours of very nice weather, nice roads, nice scenery. As tomorrow, Wednesday, it's going to be raining all day long. So I'm going to head back north towards Tarbert, and then continue in a sort of northeasterly-ish direction, and then take a left and go on this kind of clockwise ring road which heads to the west coast of Lewis, and then I'll do a clockwise circuit around half of Lewis, because the road splits off and heads to the north, but it's a complete dead end, and then arriving at Stornoway, which is Lewis's capital town, where I'll stay at a campsite there, fingers crossed, and weather out the rain tomorrow, and then catch my ferry, which leaves Stornoway at 7 in the morning on Thursday and goes to Ullapool on the Scottish mainland. Yes, Harris is quite incredible. It's a wonder that humans ever chose to live here. I mean, I can understand, you know, the life and the solitude, but I imagine it's exceptionally harsh at times, staggeringly so. You know, I've lived in a remote area, and at times, especially in the winter, it was harsh, and after one particular storm we had 13 trees down, just on my land at the time, and every exit from the house, there was 2 exits, they were blocked, and I spent 2 weeks, my wife and I at the time, clearing a route. One fell on the house, several fell on the barn, wrecked the roof, and it took 2 weeks to clear our way out. We had very basic supplies. There was no telephone, that was down. We didn't have mobiles at the time, and we just couldn't contact anybody because we were in the middle of nowhere. So we survived on our own for 2 weeks. We had no electric, and that was interesting. The electric company, we managed to get out and then go to a phone box, contacted the electric company after 2 weeks. They were amazed that there were still people struggling, because as far as they were aware, the whole problem was 2 weeks ago and had been sorted. So, it's not something I'd want to repeat. Very tight bends these. Let's get out in front of this camper van. This absolutely beautiful mountainous panorama opens up before me. This, I believe, is Loch Seaforth. 2 bends later, the road comes along right round. It's right down there.